So, second part, looking at how people outside of the church may view us. Where would people go to find out about the Christian faith if they're interested in learning more? 26% would Google, 22% would go to a local church, and 22% would read the Bible, and then 15% would talk with a friend or family member who they know that is a Christian. So what does that tell us? Well, it encourages us that we need to have a decent online presence for a church. And, even there's brilliant websites like Read Jesus and other things that explain who Jesus is. There needs to be stuff on there. But maybe we should be more bold in inviting people to come and, find out what it's about at church, because 22% said that they would go to a local church to find out more if they were interested. And also read the Bible. So we should give people more copies of the Bible to read through, or of the Gospels, so that they can figure out for themselves what is all of this about. And at Sanctuary, we started to do that. We've got copies of Bibles, or certainly of Gospels, that we give away. I want to order a load more of there so that we can give them out on Thursdays whenever people come and they're interested. We've got literature on our work with the homeless and collecting for the food bank or stuff. And we've got stuff on the Sanctuary Welcome booklet, but let's give out copies of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John as well, because that's an amazing thing. If we can get people to read about Jesus from the best sources on him, that's one of the most transformative things that can happen to help them in coming to know him. Okay, how do people who are not Christians describe the Christian that they know? Really interesting. 62% say that they are friendly and 50% caring. I mean, this is them talking about their friends who are Christians. So hopefully you'd think that is the case. But basically it shows that Christians tend to have the good opinion of their friends and of society. All of the blue stuff is positive. All of the red stuff is obviously more negative, naive, selfish, hurtful, homophobic, or narrow-minded, judgmental, those kind of things. The majority of people don't see Christians as that. Christians that they know, they have positive impressions of. They're good-humored, they're generous, they're friendly, and they're caring. But when the question asked, how do people who are not Christians describe the church? Then yes, okay, narrow-minded and hypocritical become much higher, caring and friendly much lower. So there is some PR that the church needs to do in terms of showing people that it is caring and friendly. But the amazing positive is individual Christians are viewed in that way by their friends. They often don't see us as being hypocritical, selfish, homophobic, or narrow-minded, judgmental, all of the stuff that we may fear they would perceive. They don't see that. They think of us as friendly and caring. So again, that should be encouragement for us to start conversations. But then this is the really encouraging stuff. Conversations about Jesus. Okay, this bit not so much. 44% of people who are not Christians and who know a Christian say that Christian has never talked with them about their faith in Jesus. I mean, 55% have, and that's good, but 44% of us, probably, certainly 44% of people who are not Christians are not having those conversations with their Christian friends, or their Christian friends are not initiating those conversations. So kind of half of us, roughly, we could say maybe are trying to be evangelistic and talk about Jesus, but just less than the other half are not. We need to do more, because surely the church is going to be more powerful when all of us start to talk about Jesus. So that's the challenge for us, to do that. But when we do talk about Jesus, this is the encouraging thing. How are those conversations going? These are people who are not Christians answering this question. 75% say that they felt comfortable in the conversation. They weren't freaked out or scared or made to feel uncomfortable. No, 3/4 of people, when we start to share our faith in Jesus, feel comfortable in those conversations. 36% say that they were open to an experience or an encounter with Jesus. That's massive. after that conversation or during that conversation, 36% of people saying, these are people that aren't Christians, remember, 36% of them saying, yeah, they would be open to have an experience of Jesus. 35% say that they felt more positive towards Jesus after the conversation. 33% wanted to know more about Jesus. So 1 in 3 people that we talk with about Jesus who are not Christians, 1 in 3 of them are interested after that conversation in getting to know Jesus more, or in getting to know more about him. That should be massively encouraging to us to realize, wow, 1/3 of the people that we might chat with are interested in knowing more. So what is it that's holding us back? We need to get more confident in having these conversations. And also it strengthens our relationship with those individuals. 41% said that they felt closer to that friend, that Christian friend, because of the conversation that they had had. This should be massively encouraging to us to have those sorts of conversations. And then I think this is, last graphic slide. What do people remember about those conversations? The thing that they remember most is 33%, they asked me what I believe. And then 30%, they shared a personal story about their faith. So there's something really powerful and really memorable when we have these conversations about Jesus in telling a story about what God has done in our lives, or how our faith has grown, making it personal in that way, and asking the other person what they believe, either about that experience or about then who Jesus is. So it's not just, a monologue, us talking at them. It's definitely a conversation, it's dialogue. It's, well, actually, what do you think about it? And people want to be asked. But 1 in 3 people who are not Christians, after a conversation with a Christian, want to know more about Jesus. That should be massively encouraging to us. Okay, again, I am going to stop sharing and we'll discuss, what do you find encouraging about that, or what do you find surprising about it?